Hello everyone, Helen Blunden here at Activate Learn on Twitter. It is time for another book review. I'm not going to sing, don't stress. Relax, relax. Hold your horses. There will be no vibration of my vocal cords in a melodic tune today. Okay, straight to the book review. What are we doing today? Look at his blue eyes. Look at his quizzical look. We're talking about Bill Bailey's Remarkable Guide to Happiness. And I love Bill Bailey. If you don't know who this bloke is, he is an excellent comedian. I have never missed any of his comedy shows when he plays out in Melbourne. He's an author of a couple of books, this one and another one about birds. He's a documentary maker. He's an excellent musician. I reckon he's a polymath. He has to be. He just knows so many things and he's intelligent to boot and he's funny as well. Well, sure, I put to boot after fun. Anyway, regardless. So, Bill Bailey's Remarkable Guide to Happiness. If you are thinking if this is another self-help kind of book that gives you the 10 steps to personal happiness, he does say in the introduction, it is not. And it's not really. It's actually a quaint book. I'm going to call it quaint simply because it is a lovely read. In it, he talks about all the things in his life that gives him pure joy and happiness, that makes him smile, that makes him content. And what are some of the things that he talks about? Well, there's about 36 of them. And it's everything from crazy golf, which is, we call it in Australia, mini golf. It's still crazy, it's mini. Anyway, he talks about dancing, pleasure, jogging, cycling, singing, sport, art, personal reflections, swearing, playing the gamelan, equations, paddleboarding, reading, yes, love, yes, simplicity, yes, speaking another language, definitely oui. Obviously, you guys have seen me attempting to learn the Francais. Righto, birdsong, dogs, confronting your fears, and so forth. So 36 different things that make him happy, interspersed with some research into, I guess, scientific papers, proving what he's talking about here, all written in the great Bill Bailey style that we know so well, with some quirky observations and some little side tangents that talk about the squirrels of unease and tea and coffee making facilities and trouser presses. For those fans of Bill Bailey, you know what I mean by that. So it's a lovely book that is an easy read, like I mentioned, and interspersed throughout just some wonderful illustrations. Here we go, the Weasels of Regret, that were done by Bill himself and Joe Magee. So hopefully I said his name correctly. But I loved reading this simply because I thought to myself, oh my God, I hear Bill's voice in my head, and it is such an amusing and a wonderful read, but it also gives me, I guess, an indication or a background into a little bit about Bill himself. And he strikes me as someone as being, man, he's highly adventurous. He's been all around the world. He's trekked in all different sorts of jungles of Indonesia and all around the world. He has done scuba diving, he's gone diving in icy cold waters, he's been through Scandinavia, he's gone camping, he's jumped out of aeroplanes, he's swum with the fishes, he's seen different birds in different parts of wonderful paradises all around the world. And I think to myself, what have I done? So he's done so much, and it is wonderful. So he reads as someone who just loves the joy of being outside and the joy and wonder of the world. I really love this book. I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants to read about contentment and happiness, but in such a way to make us think about what is it that makes us happy. After I read this book, I tweeted out that I read this book, and I thought to myself, okay, well, what do I do? I mean, what makes me happy? And so I got out some text markers and I wrote down on a page everything that makes me happy, because I was inspired by this book. So it just goes to show you that we don't really need really big things, big monetary gains or anything like that to put a smile on our dial. It's the simple joys of life. Anyway, that is it. Bill Bailey's Remarkable Guide to Happiness. Highly recommended. Bye for now.